Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So let's start. Okay, so the topic for today is FYP writing. Okay, how to write like a professional writer. Okay, so this is the big, big task. Okay, that all student will go through this one. Okay, we'll go through all the we'll go through all the FYP before the graduations. Okay. So to start with, let me go to the Menti. Hold on. Yeah. So I want, can you go to menti.com and use the code for all students maybe? So to go to this one, menti.com, and fill in the code here, and then fill in what are the top 3 obstacles for writing good technical report or FYP report in this matter. Can you see the slide? I mean the website here.
Yes, Prof. Teddy, we can see. So how all the students can participate and just log into the menti.com. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to see what are, before I start my presentation. So I want to see, I want to get the feedback first. Okay. What are the obstacles for writing a good technical report? In our case, FYP technical report. Okay. So I just wait first. Okay, for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, good one. Lack of idea. Okay, citations. Okay, experience. Of course, you need to nurture the formatting. Okay. Okay. Okay, writer blocks. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Everyone got the writer block as well. Writing skills. Okay. Laziness. Okay, that one we need to do. Okay, I will address that one inshallah. Okay, in this seminar. Okay, let me see. Too much jargon. How to extract idea. Okay, then we have time management. Okay, there are many problems here. Okay, but we cannot address all. Okay, so for example, time management. There's no way that you can do FYP. As you mentioned earlier, FYP is currently 3 credit hours FYP1, 3 credit hours FYP2. So you need to spend per week 120 hours SLT. Okay, so that's the time spent that you need you need to spend the time you need to spend for doing FYP. Okay, minimum 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours, then including preparation, writing. The good good practice is you don't wait to write until the end of the weeks or until you got some result. Okay, because it will be terrible. Okay, it will be I'm sure that it will be more copy and paste. Okay. Okay, so we stop here. Okay, how to stop this one? Okay, more on format, writing skill, vocabulary, understanding. Okay, paraphrase, references, time management, writing skill. Okay, so 65 student. You can keep fill in your thoughts. Okay, then let me see later on uh, the the word cloud. Okay, the 3 obstacle. Okay, so this one I'm taking from here. Okay, most of the time, writing up research, how to write up research. Okay, and then Prof. Joshua Simmel, writing science. Okay, how to write the science. Okay, so let me start. Okay. Okay, so what we are going to discuss, the first one is what are FYP and highlight on FYP from the EAC manual, the Engineering Excellence Council Malaysia. okay, and the idea of graduate attributes, what attribute that you need to achieve when you are graduated, okay, and then general idea and structure of technical report. So and then this one is how to write a science, okay, writing in science, okay, science writing, a storytelling, okay, a storytelling, okay, and then how to make a story sticky, we can remember the story, okay, how to make it interesting, and story structure, okay, how to make it how to write the chapter by chapter, okay, inshallah. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah. Okay, so FYP and graduate. Yeah, let's see. So what are the FYP by definitions? Okay, so that you know that the expectation of the Engineering Accreditation Council in Malaysia, and also the what you call the highlight that they want for the student to achieve. So the final year project should preferably be industry related, means that you are solving the real world problems, okay, industry related. So that's why we want to have more and more, the ESA panel want to have more and more industry related title, okay. And the highlight is here, investigative research oriented approach, okay, to engineering studies. So in FYP means that FYP equal to research. Okay, so this FYP will provide you skills, tools, okay, for you to conduct the research. So later on, you if you want to continue study, you can do for master and you can do for PhD. Okay, for example, you can continue. Okay, or if you are working, also sometimes you need to research some topic. Okay, your boss, for example, wants you to study some topic and then you need to present a report. Okay, so this is also part of the skills that we want to nurture in the FYP. Okay. So what are the graduate attributes? Means that by time of graduation, the engineers should have engineering knowledge. So this is PO1. Problem analysis, how to analyze the problems. Okay, and to what you call, to provide multiple scenarios to solve the problems. Okay, not only one but multiple scenarios, because sometimes you need to have trade-off between speed and accuracy, for example, trade-off between the power and the speed and so on. Okay, and then number 3 is design solution. So how you can design the solution from the problem analysis. So this is more on the literature review. Okay, so this is more on the literature review. How do you conduct the information seeking? How you conduct the literature review so that you can identify the gap. Okay, then from the gap you can provide solutions. Okay, of course your design is still the design, so you need to implement. Okay, then after implementations, then you need to investigate, you need to conduct some experiments. Okay, you need to conduct some experiment whether your design is correct or not, so you need to have also performance evaluation here, investigation. So the engineering main task is this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sometimes 5. Modern tool usage. Okay, you use the modern equipment. You use the modern software. You use the what you call the PowerPoint or any other presentation software that you know. Okay, so this is modern tool usage. So the main course of engineering is this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then from there, you have also the side dish. This is the skills, are the skills that we want you to have. So engineers and society, because you are not alone, you are within the society. Environment and sustainability. Okay, how is your design can cater for the environment and can cater for sustainability. Okay, because you don't want you design some factory, for example, but it pollute the river. Okay, so everybody will suffer. Okay, so you don't want that one. Okay, and then ethics, no corruption, and so on. So if you have corruption, then the building might collapse and so on. Okay, there's so other things that it might happen when you don't have the ethics. Especially in IUM, we have Islamic ethic. So we are seeing that the what you call the walking is part of ibadah. Okay, so that's why you want to have the best our effort, okay, and then we hope the reward from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay. And of course, the engineer is not working alone. They need to work. They can work individual and they can work also in teamwork. Okay. It is difficult. This is the skill that you need to acquire. Okay. And then communication. Okay. So this FRP writing is in here. The evaluation. So you have the report. Okay. And then you have the presentations. Okay. You have the report and the presentation. Okay. The other attribute that we want is you have project management and finance. Okay. How can you manage how your design does not, of course, you can design the best hardware, you can design the best materials, for example, but it costs too much, which is not feasible. Okay. Nobody will fund you. Okay. So you need to have the trade-off. Okay. So you need to have the project management and also finance. Okay. And the last part is here, lifelong learning. After your graduation, we hope that you are not stopped there, okay, but you will continue to learn and unlearn, unlearn and learn, okay, because they are learn and unlearn. So this is, I'll explain in the next slide. But basically, what you want is like you can do master of, even if in your job later on, you need to have new skills, you need to acquire new skills, okay, within 1 month, 6 months, otherwise you will lose your job. Okay, so let's see first about that. Okay, so this is from World Economic Forum. This is the popular one. This is the one that what you call, put the scenario of Industry 4.0. Okay, in 2015. Okay, so they said that one of the latest reports. These are the top job skills of tomorrow and how long it takes to learn them. Okay, so 50%, it said that on the survey, all of employees will need reskilling, okay, by 2025. Okay, so this is what? This is lifelong learning. Okay, because you need to have new skill. Okay, so what are the top 10 job skills of tomorrow? The first one is analytical thinking and innovations. Okay, in FYP you can do also that one. Okay, when you conduct experiments, you evaluate the problems. Okay, you try to propose the solution, and how do you conduct an experiment. So this is nurturing the analytical thinking and innovation skills. Okay, active learning and learning strategies, especially in this COVID-19. Okay, you need to adapt, okay, to the current situation, so that you can do your own learning, and then how you strategize in acquiring the new skills so that you can be ready for the next job. Okay, complex problem solving. This is also part of the graduate attribute that we want. This is another one: critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence. So this is the skills that we want. Okay, in 2025. Okay, technology use, monitoring and control, technology design, programming. So this is part of the modern tool usage. Okay, PO5, that we hope that the graduate will attain the attribute. Okay, and this is important. The second last, resilience, stress tolerance, and flexibility. Okay, so the employer wants the employee to have resilience. Okay, it's not break easily. Stress tolerance. Okay, not they can tolerate the stress. Okay, so we can do this one by zikrullah. Okay, ala bizikrillahi tatmainul qulub. So as Muslim, alhamdulillah, we have the tools and means so that we can have the stress tolerance. Okay, and the last one is reasoning, problem solving, and ideations. Okay, so how long it takes? So 1 to 2 months for people and culture, content writing, sales and marketing skills. So you can see here, content writing. So 1 or 2 months. Okay, so your writing skill need to be nurtured. Okay, you need to be nurtured. Okay, so based on the evaluation here, it requires 1 to 2 months. Okay, so there's a good time here for FYP1 to start. Okay, so read everything first. So you need to do multitasking on your FYP1. You need to conduct your research, and you need to start writing your report and so on. Okay, 2-3 months for product development and data and AI skill. Okay, so 2-3 months. So if you don't know AI, for example, on Industry 4.0, the AI is one of the pillars of Industry 4.0. So if you want to learn AI, you can do it within 2 to 3 months. Okay, this is based on the Coursera and the LinkedIn online course. Okay, and the last one is cloud computing and engineering skills. So in 2025, beware that there will be 87 million job will be obsolete. Okay, 87 million job will be obsolete. Okay, and but there will be new job. Okay, 63 million. So you have see here 6 million job. Okay, 93 million job new job will be created, but this one based on the new skills. Here you can have here AI, computing and skills and so on. Okay, so not all bleak. Okay, so you still have one other job will be obsolete, but there will be created a new more jobs. Okay. Okay, so let's see now the general idea of technical report of, in our case, is FRP report. Okay, so I just put the general idea so that you can see what are required if you want to write an FYP report. Okay, so the first one, two important adjectives normally that they will, this one I'm sure there will be asked by the examiner. Okay, the examiner of the FYP, originality and substantial. Okay, they will ask what is your contributions. Okay, they will always ask what is your contribution to the knowledge. Okay, you've done so many things, but what is your contribution? You need to spell it out. This is my contributions. Okay, this is my contribution. Okay, and the second one, we need to conduct the scientific methods starting with hypothesis. So you go for predictions, like in PO2 problem analysis, you can design the multiple solutions. Okay, design the solution. Then after that, this is PO2 and PO3, and then you have then collecting evidence to support or deny. Okay, support or deny. So you can support or you can deny, and then you can report. Okay, even if your experiments different from your hypothesis, that is fine, because now you can report that the hypothesis is wrong, the correct one is this one. Okay, that's part of the knowledge. Okay, this is PO4 and PO5. You are using the investigations and also modern tool usage or modern equipment. Okay, and then the essence is critical thinking, not experimental data. Okay, you can conduct so many experiment, but there is no novelty in the experiment. People has done that one. Okay, or you are just verifying the other experiment, the other well-known experiment. People already know that one. Okay, for example, in electrical engineering, you are verifying the experiment voltage equal to current multiplied by resistance. Okay, so you are doing this experiment. For example, you just put the voltage. Okay, you are changing the R here, and then you are measuring here the I using ampere meter. Okay, then you conduct this one and you present as FYP. This is not the critical thinking. Okay, so this one will be interesting. For example, if you done this one in, for example, high frequency, because in high frequency there is some parasitic components here. Okay, so it will be a new knowledge. Okay, you can do simulation or you can do in hardware. Okay, and then you need to state the lesson learned. Okay, not merely presenting the facts behind them. So if you one of the weakness that I seen on the FIP report, they just put this is the table, this is the table, this is the picture, this is the picture. Even the explanation only one paragraph here, one paragraph and covering table 1, table 2, figure 1, figure 2. Okay, this is it means that this is not important. Okay, this means that this is not important. So if it is important, you need to explain. Okay, and what are the lessons learned from this experiment? Is it conforming to this one? That's fine. Okay, or you can have some other anomaly, for example, some special case. Okay, for example, if this is only valid in the normal environment. So if you bring it outside, for example, if you bring it in the what you call the high radiation, like in outer space, this one might be changed. Or in if you have so many interference, this one may be changed. Okay, so you generate a new knowledge. Okay, but bear in mind that doing FYP, you are not solving a word problem, even PSD. Okay, doing an FYP, you are not solving a word problem. You just put specific. You find a specific gap, and then you try to fill in the gap. Okay. And the idea of FYP report or technical report in this method, every statement must be supported either by reference. This is citations. Okay. To make it easy, you can use the citation manager like EndNote, what else, Zotero or Mendeley. Okay, you can use the citation manager. It will be easier for you if you want to change from APA style to IEEE style or any other style. Okay. So it must be supported by reference or by original work. Okay, so this is what we want in your FYP, okay, or technical report. Okay, and the last one, the discussions must satisfy the most stringent rules of logic. That's why in investigation, sometimes you need to have the statistical analysis. Okay, this is this, what are the confidence level of this one? Okay, is it what you call it, it is rigorous or not? Okay, it is true or not? Then you need to do some kind of proper analysis. Okay, so this is the general idea. What is the structure? Okay, let's see the structure. What is the report structure? So the report structures is for all FYP or technical report. So abstract, normally we put it at the end here. So, okay, this is put at the end whenever you have finished all. Chapter 1 will be introductions. Okay, so in chapter 1, what we'll have, chapter 1 is the background, okay, of your research, and then you have problem statement, okay, which is your gap, okay, gap analysis. There are so many research have been conducted, but what are the gaps? Okay, what are the holes that you find? Okay, and then of course from here you can have the objective, then methodology, and report organizations. Okay, so this is the standard in FYP report. Okay, so you have background. So backgrounds means like this. You start from the biggest what you call the biggest problem, but you need to be specific. As I mentioned earlier, you are not solving the word problem. Okay, you need to, you will solve a specific of that one. Okay, so you solve, and then you will try to focus. Okay, so from general, you make it specific here. Okay, and at the end you have the problem statement, the gap. Okay, then this is so part of this one also. This one can be chapter 1. Part of this one also chapter 2, which is the literature review. Okay, what are the function of chapter 2? It gives you give you a sense that you are not reinventing the wheel. So the first one. Second one, it shows that you are familiar with the research. Okay, means that from the there are many papers that are doing the same thing. So you try to see the strength and weakness of each method, of each materials, or so on. Okay, then you want to see, this is the gap. This is the gap. Okay, this is the gap that I want to fill in. Okay, although like in computer engineering, for example, they are always trade-off between the accuracy and speed of processing. Okay, you can have accuracy, but it will take a long time to do simulation and so on. Okay, so this is the review. At the end, you need to have something like comparison tables. Okay, so you have the comparison tables. Okay, I think in 11 o'clock you'll have specific topics on this one. Okay, but I just want to highlight that don't do a boring literature review. Boring means you just put the summarization. Okay, author A do this one, next paragraph. Author B do this one, next paragraph. So you need to compile, you need to combine the same thing. Maybe author A, B, C saying this stated this one. Author C, D, E stated that one, and so on. Okay. 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 So okay. Then Okay, so at the end of chapter 2, the readers will know that what your research is doing. Okay, and then remember that you need to put some summary of chapter 2. What have you learned? Okay, so for example, I have so many methods. I have compared so many methods. Then I will select this particular method X, and then it will be implemented in chapter 3. So you can see there is some continuation from chapter 2 to chapter 3. Okay, chapter 2 should have supported the method that you want to do in chapter 3 here. Chapter 3 will be method or research methodology. Okay, how do you conduct, how do you answer the objective by doing some several experiments, some step that you want to do and want to achieve. Okay, so this is chapter 3, the method. Okay, you need to spell out how is your design. Okay, how do you evaluate the performance? Okay, and how is your implementations and so on. Okay, this is in chapter 3, research methodology. Okay, then after that you have chapter 4, which is result and discussion. Normally this is combined. Okay, the conclusion is the last part here, conclusion. So as you can see here, when the introduction is from general to specific, in conclusion you want to generalize. Okay, we are doing this experiment, but it can be generalized to the other scenarios, for example. Okay, so this is the discussion. Okay, so result and discussion. Of course, you need to do the proper statistical analysis. You need to conduct some experiments. So not, as I mentioned earlier, not only presenting the data, you are putting all the figures and tables in chapter 4. Okay, but you need to analyze it. Okay, if it is good that if you have, for example, the figures 1 and figure 2, you can combine with become one figure, so you have the complete pictures. Okay, or you just select one picture and put the others on the appendix. Okay, if you think that is important, if the readers want to know more, want to dig more on your experiments, experimental result, then they can see on appendix. Okay, but don't put like this. 3 pages all pictures, or 5 pages all pictures, but there is no explanations. Okay, even you don't refer in the paragraph in the text. Okay, this is showing that it is not important. Okay, so that's why either you combine the pictures to become one whole story. Okay, or you separate, pick one picture, one representative picture only, and then you put the others in the appendix. Okay. So the research process, of course, select an area of interest. Okay, this one actually maybe you have selected the FYP topic. Okay, and focus on one aspect of the area. You can see here, focus on one aspect. This is saying that in FYP you are not solving the world problems. Okay, only that specific specific area. Okay, and then try to write a research questions. Okay, from the topics, then try to write. For example, how can I improve the characteristic of these materials? Okay, maybe adding some other chemicals or so on. How can I improve the performance of this algorithm? Okay, so you write a research questions. Okay, and then including maybe the implementation. Okay, should I implement this in Python, or should I implement this in C or Java? Okay, so this one we can put later on chapter method here. We implemented in Python. Why? Okay, so this is the your chapter 2 should be solid. It explain why. It's justified. It justify. Okay, is put justification to your selection of the method. I select these materials because of what? I select this topic because of what? Okay, and I select this particular evaluation because this is the most appropriate, and so on. Okay, and formulate a hypothesis and design the study. After that, you conduct. Then after that, you can write the report. Okay. So this is just a guideline. So introduction, normally 3 to 10%. Literature review on chapter 2, 8 to 30%. Okay, methods 8 to 20%. Result, we hope you have more result. Okay, discussion, don't forget to discuss. Okay, although this 5 to 10%, but you need to discuss. Conclusion 1% and references 2%. Okay, so this is the general guidelines only. Okay, so now we have know what is FYP. Highlight the FYP. We know that the top 10 skill that is required in 2025. Okay, that's related with the lifelong learning and the ability to adapt and stress tolerance, for example, critical thinking, complex problem solving, and then we know also the report structures. Okay, how do you conduct? So basically you want to put your curiosity here. Okay, your curiosity. Okay, now let's go to the skills. Okay, writing in science. Okay, so this is from this principle, publish or perish, or your work is cited. Okay, and then how to write versus writing effectively. Okay, so this is from this notion, or publish or perish. Either because as engineer you need to report something. Okay, if you don't report something, if you don't have written report, then they cannot access. Okay, they cannot access it and they cannot evaluate, so they cannot cite. Okay, so let's see the components of writing in science. The first principle: it is the author's job to make the reader's job easy. Okay, so responsible writers make the reader's job easy. Okay, for example, you have too many jargons. For example, I'll explain later on. Okay, you need to make the reader job easy. So this is the first principle. Okay, so you need to although you done a very good research, but I cannot follow your structure of your report. So you want to fool the examiners that you have a good experiments by hiding the many facts and so on, by writing not a clear report. Okay, that will not happen. Okay, we always can find the weaknesses. Okay, and then the second principle, the rewriting is the essence of writing. Okay, don't worry if you first writing is not good. Okay, just keep writing. Okay, just keep writing. Okay, grammar is not correct. This one is still too many jargons. This one does not have structure. Don't worry. Write first. Okay, because it is easier to modify something. Okay, I repeat, it is easier to modify something. Even if English is not our native language, write in bahasa. Okay, write in your own language and then later on you translate. Okay, the main thing is to write first the idea. Okay, you have the idea, just write. Oh, I need to write this one. Okay, even in point and so on, but keep writing. Okay, because it is easier to modify something that is there rather than you are thinking again. If you are do this one, 80% of the job using the Pareto principle. Okay, 20% will cover 80%. Mean if you have something, although it is not perfect, okay, but it will help you to do some improvement later on. Okay, so this is the notion of think clearly or write clearly, or this one, you write first or think first. Okay, so this is the human nature. Sometimes you think clearly but you write not clearly. Okay, but this is a loop process. Okay, by writing clearly, then you can think clearly. Okay, or the other way around, by thinking clearly, then you can write clearly. Okay, but the essence is still this one. The author said, this is not my word, the Prof. Schema: CT first draft, good second draft, terrific third draft. Normally we have how many? Maybe 5%, 5 to 10 versions. Okay, so it's always draft. Okay, even if you so that's why don't wait the writing until the end of the week, on the end of semester. Then you don't have time to do the good second draft or terrific third draft. Okay, so write earlier, even if it is not perfect yet, that's okay, just write. Okay, and the last one, practice, 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 polish, polish, polish. Okay, you need to practice grammar. For example, you can use Grammarly. Okay, you can buy in Shopee, for example. It will help you for grammars. There are many software that you can use. Okay, but the important thing is you need to have a clear thinking in order to have the clear writing. Okay. Okay, then let's see here the storytelling. The writing a good report is like storytelling. Okay, because the scientists normally tell stories using a formalized structures that doesn't match well with the used by the journalists. Many of us are poor storytellers. Okay, and most scientists are uncomfortable with telling stories because they thought it is fictions. And then we need to listen to our characters. Means that we need to carefully analyzing data with an open mind. Okay, so just for example, okay, so if you see here v equal to I to times r, so if you put here this is y, so v, this is I or r or I, okay, you can put here I, okay, then you can put this is the r, okay, the gradient is the resistance, okay. But when you conduct the experiment, for example, you have some anomaly like this, okay, don't throw it away, do it the experiment again, okay. This is listen to the characters rather than you are forcing, oh, because we have this one, so it must be a straight line, okay. So sometimes you have some anomaly here, or maybe it's not really, so you need to check, oh, maybe this resistance is voltage control resistance. So if the increase the voltage, there is some anomaly happening, okay, for this material, for example, okay. So you need to listen to the characters, okay. You need to be honest, okay, and see the experimental data and then analyze from that, okay. Don't try to hide this one, because this might be important. This one maybe that help you to get the Nobel Prize, who knows, okay. Okay, the finding story. So I tell you the story. Okay, this is the photo 51 by Rosalind Franklin's. This is X-ray diffraction image of crystallized DNA, and this is Watson and Crick's double helix DNA structure. Okay, so this is on the same Nature magazines in 1953. This is in page earlier page. This is the next page, for example, the next stories. Okay, but now you tell me why this one got the Nobel Prize and not this one. Okay, why this one got the Nobel Prize and not this one? Okay, because of the storytelling. Okay, here just put the fact. This is the fact. Okay, so the DNA is like this. Okay, but the Watson and Crick try to find more. Okay, they put some new understanding. Okay, so if you see here, this is the information. So when you do the experiments, try to put until understanding. So this is the new understanding. That's why they got the Nobel Prize. Okay, even the data. Okay, normally the FYP, many FYP, if you do it in hurry, okay, you are not doing the proper project management or time management. Okay, normally they put just the data. There's no information extracted. It's okay. No information means they just place the figures, the tables, but no explanation. So this is still information. Okay, but try to extract from that information, try to understand, okay, try to put the new understanding, okay. So for example, like this, what caused that there is some anomaly in this eye in this current, so that you have different resistance here. It's not following the linear linear proportional to the voltage, for example, okay. Okay, so if you don't provide understanding, so what will happen? If you don't provide understanding, okay, the readers will be left searching for it. So for example, like this, you're presenting all the fact here, but you don't discuss, you don't delve further, okay. How can you do this analysis? By reading more papers in your field, okay, reading papers, technical papers on your field, or another report, okay. And the stories grow from the data, but the data are not the story. Okay, you need to develop the story from the bottom up, then tell it from top down. Okay, from here. Okay, from top down, then you tell the story. Okay, so this is the storytelling. Okay, so effective storytelling start from the content, the structure, and also language. We'll discuss on the next one. Okay. Okay, now let's see how can we make a story sticky. Okay. Maybe you see, if you have watch some movie or watch some commercial, it stick to your head. You what you could remember one song, for example. It's better if you remember Quran. It's sticky, okay. But sometimes you see the commercial and then you stick, okay. You cannot forget that one, okay. So the element of sticky story is success. This is simple, in simple, okay, not complicated. Remember that when you want to make your FIP report looks complex, okay, the examiners is getting hard job to find what do you mean by this, by that, okay, then it is not simple. It will not make the story sticky, okay. It will make your FIP sticky. unexpected, there should be unexpected elements. If you remember previously, you have this is unexpected element here. Okay, some unexpected. Okay, and concrete. This one put in the evidence. We try many times, and this always like this. Okay, credible. Okay, related with credible, emotionals, and stories itself. Okay. Okay, so let's see one by one. So how long after you read it do you remember it? So this is the story sticky. Okay, the simple. This is the core essence of an important idea in a clear, compact way, but not simplistic. Okay, so I give you this one, the simple language called the schema. Okay, so this is describing what do you think on the crocodile meat? So Prof. Kimal asked his friend, what do you think on the crocodile meat? Crocodile meat. Which one is easier? Okay, you put here is light color, finely textured meat with very little fat. It cuts easily and it's moist if not overcooked. The flavor is mild. Compared to this one, it tastes like chicken but a little meatier. Which one is easier? Okay, this one is easier to compare because you have something to compare. Okay, so that's why when there is in the word cloud earlier when I put the Mentimeters on jargon. Okay, don't put too many. You need to explain the jargon first. For example, let's say for Kirchhoff laws, or let's say some. I put like this. SER. Okay, for example, SER. So you need to define this term first. What is SER? Because SER in computer engineering might be different SER in materials engineering. Who knows? Okay. In my case, this is speech emotion recognition. Speech emotion recognition. So you need to discuss first. Okay, and then you need to say that speech recognition is part of like a pattern recognition. Pattern recognition you understand easily. Okay, this is providing a schema. Okay, providing a schema. Okay, so you need to explain first. Okay, you need to relate something. It's easier compared to this one. You cannot imagine. Okay, compared to this one, you can imagine what is the crocodile meat. Okay, how is crocodile meat? But using this one, you can imagine it tastes like chicken. Oh, I taste chicken, so I know what's the chicken like. Okay, and just put something like meat here, or maybe I'm not sure how to describe. Okay, but in essence, this one is easier compared to go to the next one. So you can see this is complex. This is simple. Okay, so simple but not simplistic. Unexpected. Find what is novel. Okay, in other words, you are filling the gap. Okay, and highlight the unexpected elements. You have the knowledge gap, which is the curiosities. Okay, so it's like a window, so you are putting the windows frame here. Okay, you are putting the windows frame there. Okay, concrete. The simple has power, but concrete add mass to that power. The simple here, like this one, has power, but the concrete, like this one, when you throw someone with balloon, it is simple. Balloon is light, okay, but you cannot feel it. But when you throw someone with the concrete, you can feel it because it is put more weight. So put more weight, put some justification in your experiments and so on. Okay. Yeah, so science about data, concrete, and first idea, this is abstraction. So you need to have the concrete one. Credible, hands in hand with concrete. How do you design an experiment? Is it credible? Is there any flaw or not in your experiment? Okay. Emotionals. Engage curiosity by asking novel questions. So this is unexpected. Yeah, surprise, something like that. Okay. So stories, so a single large story is crafted from a collection of small story units threaded together. So you have, that's why you can see here chapter 1 is talking about the introduction, problem statement, and you expand more in chapter 2. Okay, in chapter 2 you have the 2 points. The last section is summary. Okay, it summarizes what you have learned in chapter 2. Then in chapter 3 you go on the research methodology. Okay, so you can see on chapter 2 that based on our research review, we found that this method is the most suitable one, and we will implement in chapter 3. So you can see there is a continuation. Okay. Then you have after that chapter 4, you have the summary in chapter 3, and then you said that this one will be experimented. We will test our design in chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, then you have the summary, and chapter 5 you have the conclusion and feature work. The conclusion and feature work, it should answer chapter 1, the objective. You can see this forming a loop. Okay, chapter 5 is addressing the objective that you state in chapter 1? Is it achieved or not achieved? Or is there some differentiation from what you predict, what you hypothesize, and what you get in your experiments? Okay, so chapter 5, then you can also address if you have given more time. Of course, your time is limited, so you and normally does not stop. You should have a future work. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. The story structures. Okay, this is the last part. The other will be the explanation. Okay, but I can skip for question, I think. So there are many story structures. Okay, for example, the OCAR, opening, challenge, action, resolutions. Okay, so openings mean what do you need to understand about situations, what your characters need to accomplish, what happened towards the challenge, and what is the result. We want or the result. Don't hanging it here. There's some action but no result. This is like when you put that so many figures, you think that is important, but you don't discuss, you don't explain what are the information that you gather, what are the new understanding that you gain. Okay, or you can put it like this one, ABDCE. You have actions, you have the background. You start from action first. Okay, action, background, development, climax, and ending. So this is normally in the, if you see the Mission Impossible or James Bond movie, it start from where? From the action, car chasing, some shooting, and so on. For example, then after that you move to the background. What happened to the background, and then develop climax, and then there's some ending. Okay, so this structure is good if you want the readers to know the action first. Okay, then they want to read the next one. This is the general one. Okay, openings, the introduction, the what is the challenge, what are the actions, and then the resolution. Okay, even if you don't have much time, you can put the LD structures here. Okay, LD structure, lead and development. Okay, this is like in the newspaper. Okay, lead development. So you put here in the first page is your lead. Lead is containing OCR, OC. Even the resolution. Action is letter. Okay, action is a letter here. The action is a letter. Why is that? Because you need to the newspaper need to engage the readers on the first page, because maybe they don't have time to go to the details. I don't know the detail. Just give me the lead, and then later on, if I interested, I will go to the development. Okay, or you can put expand it again, lead development, and resolution. So this is in magazine normally. So every pages you want to turn. Okay, you want to turn. Okay, so this you can see here, this is OCR. This is like I mentioned earlier, from chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4, 5 is going back to chapter 1. Okay, so this is following a loop. Okay, yeah, so the OCAR is the slowest. Take your time walking into the story. ABDCE faster, get right into the actions. What are the action? LDR faster yet, but people will read to the end. Okay, fastest, the whole story is up front, so you need to make it interesting in the first page. Okay, because the reader might not go to the next page. Okay. Okay, so we have 10 minutes. So this is how to map. Okay, from the uh, like we have earlier, introduction, chapter 1, methodology, result, and discussions. Okay, action and discussion. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so the introductions, you have the opening, background, and challenge. Okay, what are the specific hypotheses or question or goals of the current work? Materials and the method, you know, normally describing in action. So you remember that is in chapter 3, which is asset methodology and asset methodology. This one start with the actions. Okay, and also this one continue with the actions. Okay, discussion is the from the climax and the resolutions. Okay, what are the conclusion that you can do, you can have. Okay, the conclusion is the take home message. Okay, the understanding that you gain. Okay, the anomaly that you highlighted and so on. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll skip this one. Oh, hold on. Which one I want to? Okay, I'll skip this one first. I want to highlight. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. just to get you the idea on letter review, this is the introduction to the letter seminars. So the opening of a paper identify a large problem or the challenge define a specific question. So you need to have the bad introduction. Bad chapter 1 is failing to answer the problem or offer a solution before defining a problems. Okay, so this is not a bad intro. Okay, remember that you need to make the story sticky, simple, unexpected, concrete, credible, emotional, and you have the stories. Okay, story is from the stories. Okay, so to sell us a solution, first sell us a problem means that it's like when you want to sell something or you want to get the proposal in 3 minutes, you need to describe your proposal and then you need to attract the investor, for example. Okay, in order to sell a solution, first you need to sell the problem. What is the problem? Is it the problem or not? Because if you don't convince us there is a problem, then the solution is not. We will not be interested in the solution. Okay, if we cannot define clearly the problem. Okay. Okay, so let's see this one, the difference. Okay, this is the difference between introduction and little review. This is chapter 1, and this is the chapter 2. Show us what we don't know and why it is important. Okay, and the little review build a solid wall. So this is literature review. Okay, solid wall means that your research is founded. There's the ground for your research. You have so many papers writing on that one. Even if not so many papers, but you have some papers, means that you are not starting. You are because normally we start the research left by the other researcher. Okay, so you have the solid foundation, you have the papers and so on, or you have the book even. Okay, the introduction focus on the whole in that wall. So you need to put here introduction. Okay, so this is the review, and this is introduction is in here. Okay, maybe even smaller, it doesn't matter, but you can highlight. Okay, this is very good. So you need to sell us the problem. There is some problem here, there's some hole. I want to fill in the gap. Okay. Okay, so by the time readers reach the challenge, they should feel that the question are the obvious one. Okay, even if you don't think earlier. Okay, so I'll skip this one. Okay, let me go directly to okay, the flow. Yeah. Okay, conclusion is following this one. Okay, so okay, even in the paragraph you can follow the good arc. This is opening, challenge, action, and resolution. For example, like this, build tensions and then relieve tension. Then we have the resolutions. Okay, and in the paper in your report, for example, you can also mention like this. Chapter 1, you have like this. Chapter 1, and even per paragraph, even per sentence. Okay, you can have what is the opening, challenge, action, and resolution. Okay, so don't do like this. This is the okay sentence. I will skip first. Okay, the flow, for example, like this. Okay, which one is easier? Okay, this is the writing skill. The first one, you talk about molecules, for example, but we can see here there is no continuation, so you just jump from here, jump here, jump again, molecules. Even in if you check this one in Grammarly, it will tell you that this is sort of boring structures. Okay, this is like a boring structure because you can see here this is better, molecules, bonded atoms, and then bond strength. So there is some relation, reaction, and then you have the reaction here. So there is some relations. Okay, so your topic stress, and so on. Okay, because what in this is hard. So this is hard to follow, but this is easier to follow. Okay. Okay, the last one. Okay, let me put the last one. Okay. Okay, resolution. Okay. So as a scientist or an FIP student and FIP, when you're doing FIP, you are also remember that you are also a professional writer. So you need to be nurtured. Okay. How to do that one? Practice, practice, practice. You cannot have it in one go. Okay, maybe you write in your own language first, then translate later. Maybe you need paraphrase. Okay, your paraphrase is not good, but you don't write until the end. Write first. Okay, maybe you need to specify a specific time. If every morning, 8 to 8:30, even 30 minutes, you will write. Okay, so that is better rather than you write at the end. And then we have the stories. This is the element of story stickies and simple, unexpected, concrete, credible, emotional, and you have the compilation of stories. Okay, and then you have the 4 story structures. Depends what you call on whether you are expanding chapter 1, chapter 2, or chapter 3. This is the generic one. Okay, opening, challenge, action, resolution. This is if you want to put the action first, like in your methods. Okay, then if this is like I mentioned, like the James Bond movie, you are starting with the action first. Okay, lead development, this is like a newspaper, and this is like a magazine. Okay, and target your audience. Okay, focus on the critical stories elements, and science is about knowledge and understanding, not just data. Again, remember, data, you get the information from there, you do some experiment, you get the information, and then you got the knowledge. Okay, and then you have a new understanding. Okay, so you want to go to this level. Okay, not stop here. Even in FYP, even a simple experiment, but you do it well. Okay, like Ohm laws that I mentioned earlier, but you do it well for different under different condition, for example, under different chemical reaction, for example, or then you have the new understanding, then this is better. Okay, and yeah, okay, so yeah, I think that's it. If there's any question, 10 o'clock, sorry.